Vegetable Program. My name is Caitlin Roberts, and presenting with me today are Theall, Rachel, Babin, Isabelle, Schexnayder, Treasurer Vincent, and Davionne McGee. So I'm going to begin talking to you a little bit about the program and about the legislation, how it got started, and where it is today. So the program, the Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program, began in 2002. The Farm and Security Rural Investment Act of 2002 started the Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Pilot Program, and it was only in 4 states. Then in 2004, the Child Nutrition and WIC Reauthorization Act added 4 more states: Pennsylvania, Mississippi, North Carolina, and Washington. In 2006, Agricultural, Rural Development, Food and Drug Administration, and Related Agencies Appropriations Act appropriated money to expand the Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program to include Utah, Wisconsin, New Mexico, Texas, Connecticut, and Idaho. So far, they're just adding more and more states every single year to expand the program throughout the United States. In 2008, the Consolidated Appropriations Act expanded the Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program nationwide and provided approximately $9.9 million to begin the program operations for the 2008-2009 school year. And then also in 2008, the Food Conservation and Energy Act amended the Richard B. Russell National School Lunch Act, adding Section 19, the Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program. This permanently authorized the nationwide program and provided significant funding increases, beginning with $40 million and growing up to $150 million. So this is when it became the full-blown program. And the Farm Bill amended the National School Lunch Act by adding a new section that included changes to funding and amounts, increases for the next 3 years, and adjustments based on the Consumer Price Index in all subsequent years. So this is the mission statement for the Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program. It says that the Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program provided all children in participating schools with a variety of free fresh fruits and vegetables throughout the school day. It's an effective and creative way of introducing fresh fruits and vegetables as healthy snack options. The Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program also encourages schools to develop partnerships at the state and local level for support in implementing and operating the program. So this program really is a catalyst for change in efforts to combat childhood obesity by providing children with fresh fruits and vegetables, and it helps them learn more healthful eating habits as well.
Okay, so I'm just going to give you a very brief preview into the organizational structure and the administration, which we're going to talk more about in the next few slides. So on the federal level, USDA's Food and Nutrition Service administers the Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program through grants to the state. And then the program is administered within most states by the State Educational Agency, but then a few states it's administered by alternate agencies such as the State Health or Social Services Department. And I actually found 13 states that don't use the State Educational Agency, and they're listed right there. They either use the Department of Health, the Department of Agriculture, or the Department of Social Services.
Okay, I'm going to talk about the Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program's organizational structure. The Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program funds for state agency administration, and the law permits state agencies to retain a portion of their total Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program grant allocation for state administrative costs. And this means that when they're budgeting Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program administrative funds, the state should include yearly training for all Fresh Fruit and Vegetable school food authorities and keep Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program appraised for any updates to the program. The school selection criteria is that they must be an elementary school. They must represent the highest percentage of students certified for free or reduced price benefits, and they have to participate in the National School Lunch Program. And they also must complete an annual application for the Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program. And on the next slide is what is on that application. It includes a total number of enrolled students and the percentage of students eligible for free or reduced price meals, a certification of support for participating in the fresh fruit and vegetable program that actually has to be signed by the school's principal and a program. It also has to have a program implementation plan that includes efforts to integrate the fresh fruit and vegetable program with other efforts to promote sound health and nutrition, reduce overweight and obesity, or promote physical activity. And the schools actually must reapply each year, and they are accepted to the program based on their continued high need for the program. For outreach in low-income schools, states must conduct an outreach to the elementary schools with the highest percentage of students certified for free or reduced price benefits. If the state has a large number of elementary schools at or above 50% certified for free or reduced price benefits, then the fresh fruit and vegetable program may choose to target those schools with the highest need. And the states must also assist the high need schools in submitting an application as part of the state's outreach effort. So these are the fresh fruit and vegetable program's goals and objectives. Their overall goal is to create a healthier school environment by providing healthier food choices for those students. And their objectives are to expand the variety of fruits and vegetables children experience, increase children's fruit and vegetable consumption, and make a difference in children's diets to impact their present and future health. And the fresh fruit and vegetable program really introduces children to a wider variety of produce that they otherwise might not have had the opportunity to try.
So as you can see, the USDA Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program is dedicated to improving food quality of our youth. This program's focus is on the highest need schools in the country. These schools are determined by the percent of students who are eligible to receive free and reduced price lunches. In the evaluation of the Fresh Fruit and Vegetables program, it was noted that students show that compared to schools who do not participate in the Fresh Fruit and Vegetable program, these high need schools are usually in urban areas and are primarily non-white. Schools that are eligible are given guidelines on how to implement the program. Then they tailor the guidelines to meet their needs, which is believed to give the program its success. Participating schools receive between $50 and $75 per student for the school year to buy fresh fruits and vegetables. It is required that free fresh fruits and vegetables are available to students throughout the normal day, not before school or at lunch. Sorry, not before or after school, and then outside of meal times, so not during breakfast or lunch, and in one or more area of the school. It is recommended that foods are new and unusual, and that they are presented in a way that makes them convenient and appealing. Low-fat dips for vegetables are usually acceptable. Distribution methods should also be convenient and include, but are not limited to, inside the classroom, kiosks, vending machines, the cafeteria, hallways, school or nurse's offices. Fruits and vegetables served were from each of the My Period food subgroups. The most popular of the vegetables served at schools. Okay, so now we're going to do our activity.
Okay, so one objective of the Fresh Fruit and Vegetable program is to kind of introduce new varieties of fruits and vegetables to the children. So if someone or multiple people could raise their hands and tell me some fruits or vegetables that they enjoyed when they were younger, I will take a poll of them up on the board. And then after we have the poll of the fruits and vegetables, we will display this next slide, which shows the common fruits and vegetables that are served in this program. and then we'll compare the information that the class gave us to this information. Okay, so this is just a breakdown of the types of people who typically lead the nutrition lessons in the fresh fruit and vegetable program. As you can see, the majority are school teachers because they are the ones that are available. And they also have teaching experience, obviously. And then in decreasing order, you have doctors, nurses, and health professionals. Then you have principals, then you have dietitians and nutritionists, and then lastly you have trained non-professionals. So they do get people who don't have an education background in this kind of stuff, but it's not all that typical. Okay, so USDA does encourage states, districts, and schools to form partnerships with a variety of organizations to aid in the implementation and operation of this program. At the national level, FNS has established relationships with the following partners: the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the National Cancer Institute, the United Fresh Produce Association, Produce for Better Health, and the Fruit and Vegetable Program Coordinator, which was formerly known as the 5-a-day coordinator. And this is just to give them the most variety as possible. And then suggested outside partners may include, but are not limited to, state and national affiliates of the American Cancer, Diabetes, Dietetic and Heart Associations, and School Nutrition Association, community health agencies, county and state health and agriculture departments, dietitians and dietetic interns, extension agents, hospitals and other health providers, local grocers and stores, food distributors, vocational clubs, and health and nutrition trade associations. And again, this is just to give them variety and get people to partner with them and help them with some of their products that they use in the lessons or that they serve to the children.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over one of the studies that looked at the effectiveness of the short-term progress of the fresh fruit and vegetable programs. So how they went about conducting this study was that the researchers first instructed all the students on how to complete a food diary. So they stated what they had to write down every food that they ate. They wanted to know whether it was a snack, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and all the condiments that came with it. And then along with that, they would go and they wanted to know if it was either consumed in school or out of school so that they could tell how the program was directly affecting and indirectly affecting their fruit and vegetable consumption. So what directly affecting means is that they actually ate the food inside the classroom, while indirectly affecting their fruit and vegetable program consumption, is what they ate outside of the classroom. And so after they put everything down on the food diary, the researchers would come in either a day or 2 days after, and they would conduct the 24-hour recall, and that's why it's called the diary-assisted recall system. And then the 10% of students follow-up interview, 10% of the students that they actually asked were then asked on a non-fresh fruit and vegetable program day to go in and do another 24-hour recall to see how the program affected their intakes on days where they weren't given food